So I was just watching one of my old videos. Well, it's not old. It's kind of old, but it's kind of new, kind of ish. I've talked about self-harm in one of my videos before. But I was talking really slowly because I was having a really bad day that day. So I wanted to see y'all what I was like on a really bad day when I can't find the words, when I'm drained, like the colour's literally gone from my skin, like I'm white as a sheet of paper. So that's what I'm like on my low days. I just wanted to make this video because it's kind of a anniversary. Like it's coming up to the anniversary of my 2nd year clean of cutting. I haven't cut for nearly 2 years. I'm so happy. I'm so pleased with myself. I mean, I can't say it's really been easy. It definitely has been a struggle, and I still get urges, and I still get the odd suicidal thought here and now when I'm really low. But as far as the lows go, not really that bad. But yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about myself harming because I feel that there were some points where I may not have been clear. So like, what do you get out of self-harm? Like, what did I personally get out of it before I took the decision to stop? And I will explain my decision to stop. I will explain that to you. But first, I want to talk you through, well, other people who don't self-harm, people who want to know more about self-harm, people who just don't understand it unless it's explained to them in a proper way through me from the internet. I mean, and not many people are going to watch this video, but I really want to put it out there just in case another person comes along one day, looks at this video and thinks, yeah, this girl is actually helping me, you know, and maybe one day that might happen. I might save one person's life by talking about my experience, because self-harm is quite a taboo subject. No one likes talking about it because they literally do not know what to say. Because it's one of them things where you hurt yourself, really. I mean, your body is worth everything. Your body is like a beautiful canvas. You get all shapes and sizes, all different races, but we are all beautiful. And you do not need to vandalize your body at all, because it's not right. I mean, I know I self-harmed for 5 years, but I kind of got out of it. So basically, 5 years ago, I started, no, 7 years ago my depression started when my granddad, I keep getting that wrong, my head has been dead 5 years, but reality has been dead 7 years. It's just my brain, it keeps forgetting. So 7 years ago my granddad died, and as I explained, it was my granddad, my dad, my best friend, like everything. Me and him were like 2 peas in a pod. Like, he was my best friend. Like, whenever I was ill, whenever I was sick, whenever I needed a hug, my granddad was always there, like a personal radiator, because he was like, touch your skin, it felt like you were putting your hand in a fire. Do you know what I mean? Like 3rd-degree burns on your hands. Like, what the F is going on right now? So yeah, yeah. And I was getting bullied at school quite a lot, and obviously my granddad died, and I was still putting up with these bullies. Until finally I just cracked, and the first time I ever did, I cut this wrist right here with a piece of plastic. I rubbed the plastic on my arms until I gave myself a friction burn, and believe me, it hurt like a fucking son of a bitch. Like, after I'd done it and after I'd rinsed it, like the next day I put my fingers on it, it was like, yeah, it's not nice. So that's when I began cutting, and it's events since then that have kept my depression and cutting going until 2015. I had a baby in 2013. He was taken away from me by social services. He lives with my cousins. He's still in the family. Yes, I get to see him, but it doesn't mean it doesn't hurt any less, because it still affects me really deeply. And I'm not allowed to see my 2 sisters Olivia and Izzy, because I did some things that I'm not proud of, and it cost me my sister. So yeah, it still stings a little bit, but it's not, the pain's not as bad. I mean, I've got worse pain from my son than I do from my sisters, and I know that sounds bad, but you know, so my granddad died, and then I had a baby, he was taken away, and then I wasn't allowed to see my sisters, and I have to be careful going around to my grandma's house because my sisters are there because I'm not allowed to see them, so that like almost makes me feel like they're trying to take my grandma away from me. You know, my grandma's been like my second mum, like she's the wife of my granddad, my grandma, and she's great. I love my grandma so much. She's so funny. She's amazing, and she's just a really great woman. She's put up with so much shit from me, and she still lets me come around and have a brew. I am so grateful for her for that, because the woman, top woman, amazing woman. So yeah, so that's kind of what started off my self-harm, and I've self-harmed in many ways. I've scratched, I've burnt myself, I've cut myself, like, and in other various ways, like, so yeah, for me, what I get out of it with all that is all the stuff that's happened to me, like the little ramble of stuff that I've just explained, it's caused me a lot of emotional pain, like in here, and sometimes my brain feels like a prison cell where I'm just screaming to let me out, but obviously you can't get out your own brain, because if you could, then you'd die, because you kind of need your brain to live, like doing this. This is my brain sending signals to my hands to move. This and this, my brain sending signals. Your brain is like the most powerful muscle ever, I think. Yeah, with the brain you're gonna think. But the thing with the brain is you can cut certain parts away and you still are kind of okay. There are like little parts of the brain where you cut and off the brain, and I don't know how to say this without saying mean. You almost go back into a babyfied state. My cousin, she's called Rebecca. She's so lovely. She's so sweet. But she acquired a cold sore virus. I mean, she didn't actually get the cold sore. She got the virus, and the virus attacked her brain, and she lost all of her memory along with her. She didn't know what an American folk was. She didn't know who her mum was. She couldn't even recognise her own daughter, and she still doesn't now. She lost everything, and it was in a very bad state. She didn't know what to. She needed to use a toilet, and everything. The condition is called encephalitis. So if ever someone watches this video and they want to donate for any cause, look up encephalitis on Google, and you can read all about it there. It's a tragic virus. It really is. It's destroyed her family. They're always in pieces, and I feel ever so sorry for them. It's awful. But yeah. So yeah, with the cutting, for me, it's replacement of pain. Like, I've got so much emotional pain that I just needed to take something to shut my mind off it. And obviously, when you cut it hurts. It depends how into it you are, because if you're not really into it and you're just going, it's gonna hurt. But if you're like really upset and really anxious, and the adrenaline kicks in, and your heart's racing, and you're like really shaking, and you're like cutting, the adrenaline takes over, so you don't really feel anything until the adrenaline wears off, and then it hurts like a mother. And I'm not even over exaggerating there. It really does hurt. Like, if you're like wearing like pants and you've got sore open wounds on your, like I've got scars on my legs, so you've got a big leg here, and you've got all open wounds down there, and then you've got material that's sticking to all the cuts and all the dried out blood and everything, and you're trying to peel it away from your legs. Meanwhile, trying not to pinch the open wounds, because if you do that, then that's going to hurt even more. So they're trying to maneuver all of your legs like that. You're like, yeah, that's the part no one likes. But then they heal, and then the scars fade, and then the urge to bring them back is so great, because you almost need those scars in a way. It's a way to prove of the battle that you fight every day with your depression, with yourself. It's a battle between you and yourself. Like, your heart and your brain are like two different things. That's what I think. Your heart is like, in my heart, when the urge is, my heart is like, you need to cut, otherwise you're just gonna get so upset and everything's gonna go to shit, and you're gonna have a mental breakdown, and you're gonna cry, and you're gonna let everyone see you crying, and it's awful. So I get that out of it. A replacement of pain, replacing the emotional pain with the physical pain, but it is only temporary. It doesn't last forever. That's why you feel like you need to keep cutting, because the pain, it's temporary. It's temporary relief. Temporary relief. I can't speak. So yeah, that's why you need to keep doing it, because you need to get the pain again. But it's like with any addiction, like with alcohol addiction, when you go for a drink and it's fine, but then you get the high off the drink. You're like, oh, that is amazing. But then the next time you might have a beer and you're like, oh, I'll just have another one, because, because your body becomes immune to alcohol after a while. So you need to drink more and more and more and more in order to feel drunk. It's the same with drugs. You get immune to drugs, so you need to take more and more and more and more and more. It's like cutting. Cutting's the exact same. Cutting is classified as an addiction, because it really is. It's really easy to stop, but it's the most difficult thing in the world. No, it's easy to start, but it's the most difficult thing in the world to give up, because you rely on it in a way. It becomes your only form of coping with things. Like, it's 100% guaranteed to take your emotional pain away. Even for a little while, it's 100% guaranteed. But as with any addiction, obviously, like, whereas when you start, maybe 3 cuts will suffice, and that's fine. But then the more you do it, the more you get used to it, and you need the pain even more and more and more and more and more and more until like people cut themselves to death. Suicide. I've always had kind of control of my cutting. It's like a conscious thing. I mean, I do have like one deep cut. Well, it's not deep. It's more like a surface cut. I wouldn't go really deep. I've never needed stitches or anything. They've just done it all on their own. So I'm very lucky in that sense. I've always been semi-aware of my cutting. Like, if I think it's deep enough, then I'll just go on to a different part of the leg and just do it. But anyway, so yeah, it becomes your only form of coping with things, and you rely on it to take the pain away. And that's why it's so hard to stop, because it's your only form of coping that you can't see any other way. You can't see any other way of dealing with it. So when you give up, it's hard. The urges are so strong, and you gotta take it day by day, and you gotta really work through that day in order not to cut or self-harm yourself in any way. So I took it day by day. It's like the urges were still strong, and like I have the willpower of a wet lettuce. Don't get me wrong. Like, I really do have the worst willpower in the world. Like, it's my brain controlling me. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you the emotional pain, it replaces it, the pain, replaces the emotional pain with the physical pain, because you're so, when you cut, after you've done it, when it starts to heal, you're so focused on going ouch that you forget temporary what's going on up here, and then the pain goes, when the scars heal, and you're back to facing your emotions again, unless you cut again. And that's what I mean, it's this vicious cycle of cutting, getting the relief, feeling better, going down and cutting again. It's a really horrible circle of horribleness, really. It's really not nice. So yeah, people cut for all sorts of different reasons, like problems at home, like physical problems, mental health problems, anything. You don't even have to have anything wrong with you, really. I mean, you can be having a really crappy day, and you just come home and you're like, I need to cut myself. I need it. And I understand where you're coming from. I really do. I understand, because I've been there myself. And it really is a struggle. But I'm nearly 2 years clean. 2 years. And I said I was going to tell you what my motivation was to stop. I'll do it now. The motivation behind me wanting to stop was, I was in Spain. I was living with my nan in Spain for a while, and I cut myself twice when I was over there. I did my leg once, and I did a bit across my chest here. But the first time I cut, it was horrible. But the second time, I went to Malaga Hospital, and my nan, she was so cut up about it. Like, her face, it looked like she was in more pain than I was, which was really horrible to see, because I love my nan so much, and I didn't want to see that look on her face ever again. It scared me. It really did, because she had so much pain on her face, and it's like she really didn't know what was going wrong with me, and I didn't even know myself. And so after I did my chest, I started to take it day by day. I didn't say to myself, I want to stop cutting. I'm going to promise myself I'm going to stop cutting, because you can't do that. It's an addiction. I'm an addict, you know, and addictions are susceptible to relapse. I can't promise anyone that I'll never do it again, because what if an event happens where I'm so cut about it, then I need to cut. I can't promise anything. It's an addiction. I'm a recovering self-harmer. And you just can't promise anyone that you will never do it again, because it doesn't work that way. All you can do is take it a day at a time, day by day. Don't think about tomorrow. Don't think about 2 weeks. Don't think about 4 weeks. Think about that day, and you concentrate on getting through that day without cutting. And you can get through that day, and then you focus, when it's the next day, you focus on that, and you focus on it again, and you'll find out that after each day that goes by, you'll start to feel better, and then weeks turn into days, turn into weeks, and weeks turn into months, and months turn into years, and you know, and some people need a little extra help with that. You know, some people need counselling, you know, some people need psychologists, and it really is one of those things that's hard to stop. I did it on my own, but some people do need the help. I'm not holding it against them. If people need help and they need it, it's one of those things. So my nan was the reason, was the motivation for me to stop cutting. But then I did it for me. After a while, it started becoming, I wanted to do it for me, not just for my nan. So I worked on doing it for myself. And But I still do get urges. I do still get them, but they're not as bad. Like, I don't get them really regular, like every day, like I used to, which is really good. So yeah, and also I did it for my little sister Amelia. I have 3 sisters: Olivia, Izzy, and Amelia. Amelia I get to see. Amelia I can see whenever I want, but I have to go and see my mum. She lives in Cheshire. I live here in Burnley. But yeah. Oh, big my nose. Fucking hell. Oh shit. Forgot we were recording. Oh my god. So yeah, I did it for her. Like, because there's been a couple of occasions where we've been swimming. I went once with Amelia, a couple of times with Amelia actually, once here in Burnley and then one at the leisure centre, and she pointed at my legs. My mum passed it off as stretch marks, and I was like, yes, mum, that's a good explanation. Because when she asked me the first time what the scars were on my legs, I just said they were nothing to worry about. And she seemed fine with that explanation, but she's getting older. She's getting more wiser. She's got chewed, man. She has got some serious chews. Wonder where she gets that from. I'm the big sister. I'm a really good role model. Not really. So, yeah. I'm the worst role model in the world. I'm like the worst big sister ever. But you know what? Would you want a normal sister? Would you fuck? It would be boring. This is never a dull moment. No. Nah, I don't see the point in being normal. I mean, what is normal anyway, but, you know. She got what she given. I came first, so I make the rules. I'm only joking. I love Amelia so much. She runs rings around me, kind of. Well, I know she runs rings around my mum, but she won't at me sometimes, because she likes to think she's in control, but really she's not. Because a little 7-year-old child ain't gonna take shit from a grown woman. Do you know how I know that? Because I was 7 once. For a whole year, I was 7. I'm 21 now. And I'll be 21 till January. And then on the 10th of January, I turned 22. I don't like that age. I don't want to grow up, like, ever. So, yeah. So that's what I get out of it. I did it for my sister. Really, and my nan and my mum and like everyone who really cares about me. Because they didn't want me to keep doing it. But I had to be ready to do it. I had to be ready to do it on my own terms, on my own time, and I didn't tell anyone that I was planning on doing it. I just did it on my own. Silent, under the radar. And now, 2 years. 2 years nearly. 2 years nearly clean. We can do this. You can do this. I have faith in you. Never give in. If you want something, you go for it. Yeah, don't. You gotta face your fears. Not all of them, because like people have got a fear with swimming, and I am not being held accountable for someone going in the pool and drowning themselves just to get over a fear of water, because you don't just do that. But I mean, like with the little you face your demons. Like, you've got to look them straight in the eye and say, not today. And then the next day you look at them and say, not today. And you do that every day. You say, not today. You are not taking me today. are not going to win. I am going to win this battle between me and my mental health. You will not get the better of me, so not today. So this was just another random video that I decided to do. I've been talking for a long time now, but I appreciate everything you do. Like, people who watch my videos, people who like my videos. I'm not expecting anyone to watch this to the very end, because it's like a 25-minute video. I'm just doing it mainly for me, and maybe on the off chance that someone will watch it to the end. And you know what? If someone does watch it to the end, that'd be great. But no pressure. I just do this because it's kind of a hobby. Yeah, it's a hobby. I like doing it, so there's no big deal. Okay, this is Crash Bandicoot signing off, and this is Ebony signing off. Crash, I don't know why I keep using Crash. So yeah, this is Ebony signing off, and I hope you all have a super fantastic day. And yeah, I hope you have a great day. Yeah, I don't have a YouTube intro thing. Intro, you know, I just peace out, y'all, with a Pepsi bottle. No, it's Pepsi in it. I need some Pepsi. But I'm not allowed to go to the shop until tomorrow. Well, later today. Because there's a curfew at the place I live. It's not for offenders. I'm not an offender. I'm here because I'm homeless. Kind of homeless. But I'll explain that some other time. I'm sure run out of things to talk about. But yeah. Anyway, this is Emily signing off. Love you all. Good night.